All right.
Hello and welcome to our ADMW interview. I gathered two people from other brackets and myself, and we are going to talk about a bit about the tournament. The idea came after I listened to Koshade, Puddinhead, and Sharkbait, and I think it was really interesting because they knew so many people I never heard about. When, for example, you look at the participants, and they literally had to say something about anyone. And yeah, in my bracket, I don't know who Devil's Vendetta is, and Pole 287 never heard about him, but they knew all about them. Well, Pole is new, but that's besides the point. Okay, so I have Juli and Keejchen with me. Say hello.
Hi.
Hi guys.
And
Happy to be here.
nice. I'm going to upload this on my channel, but obviously you can upload it as well if you want. And the idea is to generate more content because the more content we have, the more excitement there is. Well, something like this.
Hype.
Exactly.
Hype.
And I'm
Yep.
really looking forward to the matches. Okay, let's see. I made a small list so I don't forget anything important. Let's see. Introductions. Um, yeah, you have to talk about your brackets, about the first opponent. Do you already have a first opponent? Then, yeah, well, we
hmm
take it from there. So, Keishan, why don't you start? What do you think about your bracket you are in? That's bracket.
All right. I am in Group A,
I see.
and I know all the people in my group, and I know that they're all good players.
Ah,
So of
yeah.
course,
They talked
it's
about
gonna
it.
be, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Um, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm playing Farkas the first round,
I see.
and we've already planned our game for Monday, so it's getting close already.
Oh, on Monday. Nice.
hmm
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you planning on getting someone to comment it or to record it, or are you just doing it privately?
I think Koshade is coming around to at least record, and I will be recording, but I won't be commenting at all for this tournament because I wanna perform this time rather
Focus
I
on
than
see.
focus on the game rather than
win championship.
recording. Yeah,
Yeah, recording takes a bit of your attention away. It's just that's it. Okay.
yeah.
So, Julie, what's with your group D?
D.
Yeah, you're in group
Um,
D.
I'm happy to play against Silver Cloud. I have high hopes. I hope he brings one of his best decks. I'm also happy to see Sailor. I'm playing him a lot on Octagon. Um, although I'm not sure. I think he's testing very various kinds of builds versus me. Not everything works. I know he's a huge fan of the Forest Master, so I'm looking forward to that. I hope he gets a win in. Um, I would say a very unorthodox way of playing it, and I like it. It's using a lot of thought spores and attack spells.
Yeah, true. I saw
The other
that.
two, Master Slugbear and Victory, I have never seen them online, to be fair. I don't know what they bring. I've seen the forum post of Master Slugbear. He wants to get in a game in today. Um, I think he said something about 5 p.m., but I don't know which time zone, so that might already be a little too late for me. But if I can make it, I would love to get gaming versus him already today.
Okay.
That being said, I don't have a first opponent. I am in the bye week for the first round, so I'm guessing my first game will be in about 10 days.
Oh, okay. Well, and for myself, I'm in group C, and I only know Sharkbait and Were Kingdom. Both are obviously good players, and Keijin just told me that Were Kingdom is, apart from Jacksmack, is the only one who beat him last tournament, so that's a very dangerous opponent. And he already contacted me, Ware Kingdom, to schedule the game, but we didn't make a final decision yet. Well, and I think, well, since I don't know Devil and Pole, I have
I
at
know
least.
Devil Soprano a little bit. He's been playing a lot offline, he told me. So he's new to Octagon, but he's definitely a good
Oh,
player as well.
oh, damn it. I was hoping that I might get some noobs in my group. Well, the better the player, the higher the competition, so I guess it's okay.
Makes it more fun.
Exactly. So, and there's not only ADMW, but the German Championships taking place next month, in the end of next month, I think. And we have two completely different play styles if we compare those championships. In ADMW, we have to play one mage once, and then we have to change. So we have to be good with a variety of mages, while on the German Championship you show up with two mages, you play 6 or 7 games, and well, the first 3 with your first mage, or the 4, well, whatever, and the other 3 or 4 with the other mages. So what do you think? What do you like more? Or do you have a preference? And yeah, say something about those systems. And Keejchen, you can
Keejchen,
start.
you want to start?
Okay. Well, I like both. I like the ADMWs for the versatility, and you have to show that you are not just good with just practicing one mage, but you show a general skill of Mage Wars, I think, which is interesting. And you also have to do a little bit of prediction into what your opponent is playing. There's a lot of different stuff you can do with that. And the other one in the German Championship, I guess it's the opposite. You can really go down into 2 different mages that you really like and you think are better. I do think that has a tendency to show some more, or be more like we'll see more druids and we'll see more wizards and more necromancers, not so many of the other mages, which is I
Absolutely.
suppose the downside to that.
Yeah, but surprisingly few people played with Necromancer and Druid last DM. That was surprising for me, but yeah, in general, you are right. Of course, on ADMW, you get far more variety.
For the live event, I'm also expecting a lot of holy and dark mages. Just for me, these are somehow the skills which benefit the most from time play, because holy can heal, and healing is worth a lot, and also dark because it is the counter to holy. Other than that, druid is always great because, well, thorn lashes rule.
True.
And I like the way the German Championship works with bringing 2 books. I think that's a way better solution than just bringing 1 book. And I also like the diversity in the ADMW, and I like how each format uses the conditions to their best advantage. Like if you're playing online, you have access to a huge card pool, basically infinite.
Yeah, you are breaking up. You said you have a huge card pool.
Excuse me.
Are you still
Is
there?
my mic
Yeah.
muted again?
Yeah, now
A little bit.
now it's fine.
A little bit. I'm trying to fix it. I hope it's a little bit better now.
Yeah, it's fine.
So where did I lost you?
You were talking about the variety of cards that are
Okay,
getting
so
used.
in online you basically have access to an infinite card pool. So you could build like books with 4 grizzlies if you'd like. Whereas in a live tournament, you would first of all have 4 grizzly cards, which in most cases would mean you would have to own 4 core sets.
I see.
So I like that online you can and have to bring a lot of books, which also shows that you don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I kind of like both solutions, and I'm happy to be competing at both.
I see.
Mhm.
Okay, then let's see. Yeah, I agree with both of you that both systems have their advantages. So it's and it would be boring if the ADMW we would play the exact same match there as in the German Championship. So yeah, I'm grateful for that they changed the rules there. Okay, so my next question on the list is, what do you think about this tourney, and did you participate in the last one? Obviously, I know the answer, but maybe not all of our guests. And even more important, do you feel the pressure because after you listened to Arcane Duels podcast, they pretty much were everyone was convinced that Juli is going to advance, and most of them thought Keejchen is going to advance as well. So yeah, pressure. And did you participate in the last one? Keejchen can go first again.
All right. Well, I did participate in the last one. I did advance as well, so that's something I'm hoping I can do again. It's I'm not 100% sure because a lot of the people in my group are, like I said, good players. I know I've beaten them before, but I know that most of them have also beaten me in at least in a lot of different games. So it's hard to say. I'm sure they will bring their A game, but I'll try to do the same. Yeah, I'm hoping to meet July in the finals, maybe.
That's pretty far. That's pretty far away to go still.
Well, in the second phase at least.
In the second phase, yeah, I hope I can make it there.
Well, Keejchen has it is in the worst group. Yes, to really show something. And a thought just appeared, because you are in a pretty heavy group. That means that you might be that you might be forced to use your good mages earlier, and that would place you
Mhm.
at a disadvantage later. So
That is something that I do not want to comment on.
I see. And is there pressure so that most people expect you to win? Is this influencing you, or is it not even worth a
I'm
sign?
always I think a little bit nervous is good.
I see.
I'm excited,
Ah,
that's for
good.
sure.
That's good. Okay, Juli?
What do you think, July?
So, what was the first question again? I'm sorry.
The first question was, did you participate in the last one? Ah, and Keejchen didn't tell us that he advanced to the finals. So you only lost against Jack Smack in a very close game, and
Mm,
you could have won
twice.
the last tournament. Okay, try.
Yeah,
True. I mean, Jack Smack is a very good player, so yeah,
for sure.
that's
I think
Oh,
in total,
he totally deserved it. That's for sure.
yeah, both of you would have deserved it, but only one can win. Okay, so first thing, did you participate? And second, is there pressure?
mm, I think there are 3 or 4 ADMWs
Mm-hmm.
until now, and I am sure it, it wasn't the last one, but I did participate in one. And there was only Swiss rounds, and I think I dropped out pretty early. Mm, I still remember that game. actually. Uh, I was trying to go with my Necro back then, and I was trying to do a double spawn point build, which I usually never did, but I wanted to try it out. So I basically tested something in the tournament, which you shouldn't do like never ever.
No.
And I remember losing to a druid with Togora, and I just couldn't get through that Togora. And there's not much you can do if you only have one Eternal Servant Brood, which comes back like 7 times, but Togora will just heal off everything. So I dropped out. And for the most recent tournament, I think I didn't even participate in that. For the second question, I think also I'm a little nervous because overall, I guess most people know my name, and I have made myself a name in the community a little, I guess.
Yeah,
And
you played so often on, you are playing so often on Octagon. Literally any Octagon player knows you. And since this is an Octagon tournament, they know how good you are. So yeah.
so, yeah, I heard a few people think I'm going to make this one, but honestly, I'm not sure. I'm just hoping for the dice to be at least somewhat fair. But I'm not sure. I've already talked about Shark on this.
No, you didn't talk about Shark. What's this about?
He made some minor adjustments with the code yesterday, and with the 3 games I guess I played today, they were crazy. I think I rolled 13 damage with a 7-die Minotaur, and right after that, 8 damage with a 4-die Gurmish.
Yeah.
So I guess I take it, but I hope that these rolls won't be as crazy in the tournament. So I'm just hoping for fair games, I guess, like in sports, no fouls, no heavy roll, no I crit you to death moves, and I'm excited.
Now that you mention it, I played yesterday against Silver Grizzly, and I attacked his Iron Golem with 6 dice, and I rolled 10 crits, and I killed it. So yeah, okay. I do you really
That
think?
happens.
Do you really think?
Yeah, it happens, but it should not happen on a regular basis.
No.
But does Sharkbait has an influence on the dice? No, surely not.
Well, he wouldn't let us know, would he?
I see. Okay, well,
Let's put it that way. If he had, I'm sure he wouldn't use that against his opponents. But, I
sure.
mean, he could choose which randomizer he used, I think.
I see.
But overall, we haven't gotten great results. And this is just complaining at a very high level.
I see. Okay. So the next topic is, for me at least, the most interesting one. It's about strategies. And my general thoughts are that probably both of you have 1, 2, or 3 very strong books and a lot of, well, medicore books that are obviously strong as well because you are strong players, but only if you look at it in terms of the inherent strength of the mage, there surely are differences in the mages you're going to play, right?
So you mean like
For example, just
what
imagine.
my thinking is behind which mage I'm choosing at which point in time or point in the tournament?
Yeah,
What my thoughts are based on that.
I see. What I wanted to say is that if you have to play, for example, with a Siren, and your opponent plays with his best mage, and just assume that Siren is your worst mage, in that case, you have a huge disadvantage from the start. That's
Yep, sure.
so. What I wanted to get across is that that How do I phrase that? That it might be hard for the perceived better player, because it could happen that your opponents are picking their best mages against you because they think, oh, he is a good player, so I need my best mage, otherwise I have no chance. And if that happens, it could get pretty pretty hard, especially for Keejchen, because many very experienced players are in his group, and if they all take their best mage against him, that might
Yeah,
kick him
and
out.
everyone knows my books now as well.
Yeah, that's a problem if you play so regularly.
Well,
Okay, so the strategy I wanted to ask you about is, do you already have a plan if, for example, you say, okay, I'm not going to use my best mage in the preliminaries, or is your goal, okay, I want to advance, that's the most important thing, so I'm going to play my best mages right off the bat, or do you don't want to comment on it because it might influence your opponents or whatever? Keejchen?
I can comment a little, I suppose. I mean, it's very tempting to save the very best mages for the final bracket, of course, because if you want to win there, if you get to it. But on the other hand, there's no point in saving your best mages if you don't get past the first phase. So for me, it will be a lot dependent on how the first match goes, I think. If I lose, I'll probably start using better mages. And on the other hand, if I win, I could maybe relax a little. That's my thinking. So I'll have to go. I'll take it as it goes, depending on the results of the individual matches.
I see, yeah, that makes sense. Juli?
Yeah, pretty much the same for me. Over the last time, over the last few weeks, I guess, I thought a lot about how many games there will be, how many mages I will need, which just recently got bumped up by one, that number, because we now have an additional amount. I have like 4 mages prepared for the group stages, and probably the way I will be picking those is just personal preference.
I see.
I want to really play a Siren today. First 1 or 2 group stages matches will go bad. I will probably have to turn that strategy around a little and go back to the better mages. But what I can say for sure is, because in the Swiss rounds after this group stage, if you made it through, the pressure isn't that high, right? Because there is still the losers bracket.
Absolutely.
But I'm guessing that because of that, once you're in the losers bracket, I think, honestly, the probably best matches we're going to see in this tournament will be taking place in the losers bracket, because everyone who is there in the losers bracket has made it through the group stage, should have a pretty good understanding of the game, and if he loses again in the losers bracket, he's out for sure. So I'm guessing the goal of every single one participant would be the same goal as my goal, to advance as far as possible. Once you're in the losers bracket, you have to bring your best, and so I'm hoping for pretty exciting matches there, and I wouldn't be surprised if the final winner is just the one who made it all the way through the losers bracket and defeated the main champion twice.
That's a very good point.
Yeah. Actually, that mirrors my my expectations, because I'm not well, I didn't want to commit my best mages in the after the preliminaries, because, as you said, even if you lose, you still have the losers bracket, and yeah, other people could think so as well, and
But you only get into the losers bracket if you made it, if you make it through the group stage, right?
Absolutely, yeah, that's true. So yeah, you have then obviously a good course of action would be to prevent you from dropping into the loser's bracket. If you think that the people in the loser's bracket are using their best game, what they obviously should, then it would be wise not to drop down to the loser's bracket, because there the competition is harder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Could be a
a
strategy too.
guys, just win every single match. Best strategy.
Yeah.
But it won't be easy.
That's always the goal.
Okay.
Yeah. Just go 7-0 whole tournament. Easy. Is that even enough? I think you have to
No.
win 8 games.
Let's check it out.
Finals. 5. 7 is enough, right? Best case.
I think 8. Right?
I'm checking.
Oh, maybe you're right. No.
7.
4 in the first round and then 4 in the next. In the final stage, you have round 1, round 2, semifinals, and finals.
I missed the one versus the champion of losers bracket.
Yeah,
Right, so it's 8.
So you have 9 games.
8 best case, maybe
Yeah,
9.
but
No, no, you have.
if you play perfect, you have 8.
Why you have round 1,
Right.
round 2, then semifinals, finals, and after that,
Yeah, but yeah,
um,
if you play perfectly, win this group stage, that's 4. Then round 1, game 5. Round 2 is game 6. Semi-final is game 7, and final is game 8.
And if you win that one, you would not go to game 9, because that's only if the
if
one right, that's the one, if the one from the losers bracket wins in the finals,
In the
Then-
first final, there will be a second final.
then there will
I
be a second final. But that's not if you run it perfect with 8 games, then you wouldn't go to the 9th game.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So you can win in 8 games.
okay.
So you, in that case, you would need a maximum of 7 mages, because you could play one twice.
True.
That would be another interesting topic to talk about. Which mage is often the most often picked when
Yeah.
playing twice? Is that even correct English? I don't think so. So
Yeah,
which
yeah, no,
mage
that's
is
good. That's good.
picked twice the most?
I am fully expecting Puddinhead to be keeping statistics of all
Yeah,
these things.
I wanted to say
He
the
seems-
exact same thing. He
Yeah,
did that.
he seems to like it.
Okay, so maybe he's going to listen to this and is going to provide the statistical data. That would be nice.
Would be nice to know, but what are your thoughts? Which mage would you make?
I think Necromancer, to be honest.
Yeah, Druid or Necromancer is my guess.
Yeah, well, okay, that would be off topic.
I would agree, but with the new Force Master expansion out, I'm thinking a lot of people really love the Force Masters. I'm not surprised if some would choose to pick her twice. I'm sorry.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not convinced, but I don't like the Force Master, so that might be a personal bias.
No, but a lot of people do.
Okay.
I'm not saying you are
Yeah,
the
yeah,
one
yeah.
who picks her twice.
I don't even have a Force Master. Oh, maybe I should try to construct one. Okay.
Definitely.
I mean, yeah. And yeah, you already talked about your strategy, and that obviously the most important thing is to qualify for the next phase. And both of you seem to indicate that you start with a Medicore mage, and if you win, you go with another Medicore mage again, and if you lose, you are going to go with a with a stronger mage. That's basically my idea as well. So if people listen to this, your opponents or my opponent, they might just start with their very best mage. No, probably not. Well, maybe. Who knows? It would be interesting to get your opponent's view on how good a mage is that he's going to use. You know what I mean?
just to be fair, for me personally, I'm expecting a lot of necromancers, druids, and wizards and stuff, even very early on. But I mean, that's the stuff you have to go through. You should be prepared for this.
Absolutely.
If you want to win it, you have to
Yeah.
have a
Yeah, problem is it's hard to prepare for a necromancer and a druid. I mean, every book should be prepared to deal with those two, but yeah, they are just very strong. Okay. There's one more point in my list. General thoughts, favorite mage, favorite creature, hated mage, people you want to face, people you don't want to face, stuff like this. And again, Keejchen can go first.
little and little. Like only one topic at a time, that would be great.
Okay, well,
Yeah, let's start with one.
okay, favorite mage. Do you have a favorite mage?
I will probably select the druid.
Okay.
It's a pleasure to play every time.
It's so annoying to play against druid with the
Yeah.
tree and the tangle vines. It drives you crazy. Okay.
I guess we'll have to talk about this later in another topic. This goes into most hated mage for me, but I think favorite mage for me would be Necromancer. I still remember my first few games on Octagon back in the days, and with access to all the cards, I just knew I wanted to make a zombie Crimson Deadeye Sniper Necromancer book.
Doesn't
Nice.
that sounds very specific.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think I played about 10 or 15 games until I won. Just one time. It was totally stupid. It was a horrible book, but it was a lot of fun. And
Okay.
Necromancer is very thematic.
Yeah.
He feels evil.
And actually, since I started playing on Octagon again, I have seen that many necromancers are not using the book or the graveyard. That's very strange for me. I'm always puzzled if I play against a necro who's not using either.
I do have a Necro which actively does not use any of the spawn points, and he just catches every opponent off guard. It's a lot of fun to play.
No,
It
that's
might not be the best Necro out there, but it's fun, and as long as it's fun, it's fine, I
absolutely.
guess.
Okay, do you have a favorite creature? Or let's broaden the subject. Do you have a favorite card?
Hmm.
There are various candidates for that, but lately I think I just have to go with the River Croc, like I like to call it. I mean, it's show steep crocodile,
I
but
see.
I love that guy.
Yeah, I played against it. Okay.
Every opponent
But
I
you
see,
were very upset when it didn't grapple my
yeah.
guards.
Hey, my Croc missed three grapples in a row. That's like a 1 or 2%.
Nah. Okay.
Aside from that, I just love him.
I see. Didn't expect that one. And Keejchen?
Yeah, I don't think I have a favorite card, honestly.
And
I'm
a
trying to
favorite
rack my mind here.
and a favorite creature.
Ah, yeah. I mean, there's so many cool cards in Mage Wars. How can I choose one? I
True.
don't know.
True.
I probably could talk about 10 cards right now, but
Well,
the River Croc has a slight edge over the rest just because it's new, I guess, and it's a lot of fancy effects, and it's tough, and it's kind of cool artwork. So just everything works with that guy.
actually, I have a favorite creature. It's the fire elemental, and I'm
Mm.
trying so hard to make it work, but it's just so expensive, and I have the feeling that I'm losing many games because I forced to summon this one.
Yeah,
You
you play against the Paladin, and he will pump out the sword and jump it to death, like
Yep.
every 2 turns.
Yeah, it's
Ethereal, bye-bye.
yeah, and it's 20 mana and
That's the
then
thing.
upkeep 1. Ah, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's
But if your opponent doesn't counter it well, then it can win you the game.
exactly that. This
Yeah.
happens in my last game against Silver Grizzly. He
I
didn't
have
had any spells to deal damage. Yeah, and it just ripped him apart.
Mm.
But even
I
then,
do love that guy versus zombies. I mean, flame attacks, he's got a good burn and daze chance and the damage barrier. It's great.
Mm.
yeah,
But unfortunately, he's not living, so the zombies don't have to attack him and probably will never do so.
exactly. I played with him against a necromancer, and they just completely ignored the fire elemental.
You can guard with it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Pretty good guard.
then your opponent can push you out again.
Ah, yeah. That's
Just the usual rock, paper, scissors, mage was thing.
yeah, true.
Yeah, I did guard, and he teleported it away and hit me with his brutes. So yeah, it was ugly. Yeah, so the
Yeah.
fire elemental, I love the artwork. I
Yeah, it's really great.
Mm.
I like that you can deal 2 burns relatively easy with 9+, and even 8+ with the Adremalec Warlock, well, with the female Warlock if you have a curse,
Yeah.
and the damage barrier, and well, I don't know, but it's always uh, such a bad moment if they have water spells and then they roll 2 more dice and they just kill your cool creature with minimal effort.
I'm actually thinking not even water spells are the biggest enemy of the fire elemental, but pillar. I mean,
Yeah, Pillar of Righteous Flame.
I
Oh,
mean that you just save your pillar with your quick cast action. The fire elemental moves somewhere. You put the pillar down, final quick cast, attack for 6.
yeah, true.
Next round upkeep, attack for 6 again. So most cases you will have 3 HP left.
Yep.
And you paid 9, opponent paid 21, and you still have 3 rounds of your pillar there. So, I mean, is that by no means that would never be a bad trade, right?
No, that's horrible. It's such a shame that the fire elemental is so easily killed. It needs more life, like 20 life.
30. 30
Wow.
material.
Yeah, I mean, you pay 20
Probably.
mana for it. That's a huge investment. Then it dies.
Probably, I think I would like 30 life, ethereal, and something like water plus 10.
Ooh.
So, just everyone needs to pack spells, and this guy is gone.
Yeah.
But not as easily killed with pillar.
Okay, I see. So, Keejchen, did you make up your
Next one.
mind? Do you have a favorite creature or?
I think I will go with the Lightning Raptor. I think that guy is really cool. I love playing him.
Lightning Raptor is
Very
the
nice.
one who charges himself, right?
Yeah, the little angry bird,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
lightning.
Yeah, he's crazy, crazy, yeah.
Yeah, it's very fun to play.
Yeah, what I like about that card, he draws a lot of hate cards. Like, no
Hmm.
one wants to see that guy getting up to 5 dice, so I've seen him eating up a boulder, so that's 2 spell points for a wizard, right? It's level
Mhm.
2.
Hmm.
Trading 8 mana level 2 versus 8 mana level 2.